I'm standing right now is, I think, where 10 years ago my previous advanced art class buried something. But I don't know, they've cut down a lot of trees and built a new gym, and it's hard to tell where that place is. But behind me is the new gym, and below me is evidence of a class that's 10 years ago. Why did we go to Belize? Why do I go on a big field trip? I think I do that thing because I realize that it's possible to plant things that are deeper than what one might get in the classroom, more long-lasting experiences. And it isn't just about the experience of travel or going to a foreign place. I think it is bringing what you have at school and taking it to another place and enriching what you do at the school with what you do somewhere else. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but something like that. This is where we are.
We have to go down this way.
In the jungle, that's where we did it.
Belize! Run around and be young.
How you feeling, Eliza? Super good. You feeling excited, Mr. Bush?
I think I'm gonna like it.
Have a global warming day. Have a global warming day. Have a global warming day. Masu masu tsuine. Masu masu tsuine. Masu masu tsuine. Watch the ice caps melt away. Have a global warming day. Masu masu tsuine. Have a global warming day.
No way. No, all right, good. I love that kind of talk. Come on.
Watch the asphalt melt away. Catch a wave in Prudhoe Bay. Masu masu tsuine. Have a global warming day.
Where are we? We're in Belize. Where? In the... Colombia! I don't know how much more isolated we can get than that. We're in the jungle. We got there by dugout canoes. I mean, dugout canoes, like the guys that pulled us down the river, those are the guys who cut the tree down and dug the canoe out. That kind of dugout canoe.
There's things you can learn on a trip that, like, no matter what anyone tells you, you don't really learn it unless you experience it for yourself.
The school's kind of always taught you that you need to be able to live in the world outside and travel different places and be other places and interact and flourish in other settings, and that kind of brought us there and was like, here you are in the middle of the jungle, what are you going to do?
It was my first time out of the country, and so it was an amazing experience to have with my classmates. It was amazing for me to be able to go and have that trip and then come back and be surrounded by people who had a similar experience. I found it very inspiring for my artwork, but also it gave me a lot of insight into the world, and what the experiences we had, I felt not only applied to the art class itself, but I found myself relating to it in English class, like when we read Heart of Darkness, or relating to it in government when we would talk about like international relations and those kinds of things. So I found that it was not only important for my artwork, but for all my studies, making things a little more real for me.
So we were very isolated, and I think what it does is it brings out who we are.
Mr. Bush is amazing at drawing things out of people.
You learn by going out of your comfort zone and just trying new stuff.
I stepped out of my boundaries and did a lot of things that I wasn't sure I could actually do. So it was really important to me because I kind of, I guess, found another side of myself that I didn't know.
She was like, there's something wrong with me. This tastes kind of good.
And I think that we all did really well, and I think we all learned more about ourselves and learned more about how we act as a class.
I feel like people never really try and get a chance to know me too well, and it's just a chance for people to sort of figure out who I am.
You do learn real ways to respect one another because you learn who we are.
It was like really beautiful. So that's like a really touching experience.
Chicken murderers, come here, please. Excuse me, chicken executors. And through hard work, careful planning, and good luck, managed to perpetually break even for life.
At the Belize trip, I learned how to squat and pee in the woods. Yes.
We learned a lot of stuff over there that we couldn't learn in the classroom, such as how to piss off ants.
But now they're really pissed off.
Yeah, that's what we learned.
Going to a foreign country, everybody always is more attentive about everything, more observant about everything, and you realize that you lose that when you become familiar with something, and hopefully it's that learning about observation that you can bring that back to you and to realize that there's still stuff to see, right here and now in our, in Princeton or wherever we live.
But you have to learn to do it right, and right, and right, and right, and right, and right.
And there's a right way and there's a wrong way. We have to choose the right way.
Bring all the organic material together.
You gotta pile all your organisms in the middle, You just gotta give the plants a democracy. You gotta give them what they want.
Bring in more stuff into your garden. Or your farm. Bring in more. Bring in, not clear it off and destroy it. That's very, very wrong.
There's reasons to pay attention in lots of places.